What's up, spitters? Welcome back to another episode of Spitting Bars Podcast. And today I am my co-host, Rain.
Yo.
Took you a long time. And our special guest,
sorry,
Grayson.
Slash.
So I hope you spitters are having a wonderful day. Let's get right into this. Okay. So thank you for hopping on the podcast, Grayson.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to link up with you guys and talk about bars and talk about other shit.
Yeah, man. That's what this is all about.
He said the thing. He said the thing in the podcast. He said the thing in the intro. He said it. Guys, look, he said the thing. Slash. Okay. This was the thing I was gonna talk about before the podcast, but I just wanted to save it. This has nothing to do with rap, but a very, very, very frequent question on the podcast is, who are artists that you think or that you guys thought were racist before you actually saw them? I'm not gonna lie, Grayson, I thought you were white.
That's a face he made, bro.
I thought Grayson was white. I thought Ham Sandwich was white. I thought Jeesh was black. And who was the other one?
You thought G? Wait, I hear it. Yeah, Jeesh is voice. You thought I was
forgot
black.
The other one was. I thought you were white.
No, you thought I was white. Yo, wow.
I thought you were white. I thought Ham Sandwich was white. I still don't believe Breton Boy is British. I swear that man is not British.
Yeah. I was supposed to do a podcast and I forgot about it. Yeah, I was talking. Like, yeah.
Hey, get him on.
Our other special guest.
Yeah.
Special appearance from Grayson's 4 kids.
Nah, if anything, my twins might pop up. My two oldest. Yeah, like right now we're recording.
Yeah, right now.
Cool.
Like right now.
She says hi.
Oh, hello. Is that your wife?
They said, yeah. They said, oh, she closed the door. All right, cool.
Okay. But yeah, if you want me to, I'll cut like any parts out of your kids if anyone pops up on the camera.
Nah, I'm cool. It's funny.
Okay.
It's part of my life. Like I've literally had one, if not two, different like Twitch shows where I was down here. You know, this is where I record, as you see. It's like the basement.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a time like I had my one son. His name is Grayson.
Yeah.
I was holding him as I was rapping on the camera, and he like I actually made him go to sleep as I was rapping. Because the way I was moving, he like got mad comfortable and fell asleep. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
This was another weird question. And it once again, or no, this isn't. God, I'm waffling about the Smash Cipher, because I know Diggs was a grumpy pants because he got stuck with Richter. So I wanted to know, how did you feel when you got me Sword Fighter?
Yo, so when I first got approached about the cipher, it was actually the year I was at MagFest. So I was with other nerdcore artists, one of them being Kadesh, called Kadesh Flow, as you know him. And so I got a message and I said it out loud, like, a Smash Bros. Cipher? And then he said, oh, you got it too? And then I looked, I'm like, yeah, like, how many people are they trying to get? And I'm like, and I was like, all right, let's see how this shit goes. And you know, me as a sword fighter, I'm like, nah, that makes sense. Like, out of like, because I know, like, how can I say it? It's like a popularity thing, but not like that, but like in a sense of like certain people probably already got Cloud or Ike already, and like I'm not largely known to play Smash Bros like that. Now, if it was like Street Fighter or Tekken, man, but like this one I was like, nah, at least someone with a sword. At least I could do what I know I do best. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
yeah, for
Me.
fucking four fucking bars is that's the part that like a lot of us was laughing about. I was like four like 48, like it was the whole the fact that they could do that and got it together and done in such a decent amount of time, like
Hmm.
was probably the most impressive thing I've seen.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, I was cool. I was just glad I got someone with a sword. Like,
You you said Street Fighter and Tekken. I think you're missing out the best one,
oh,
man.
MK, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was about to
Huh?
say.
Let's go.
that was-
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Yeah.
I am for the real ones that watch the podcast. I am doing a Mortal Kombat cipher on all of the MK1 characters,
Oh, okay. That's
and there are 22 out or revealed right now, or 21, but I think Raiko is safe to say he's in. But there are 22 revealed right now, which means I have to wait for two other characters to be revealed before I can cast them, which sucks because I'm like, I'm getting DMs like, "Hey, can I hop on?" I'm like, "I don't know yet." Uh,
Can you?
maybe.
I don't know.
um,
You asking the wrong guy,
yeah,
man.
yeah. And then it's so hard finding females for stuff.
well,
My God.
it oh well for MK1 it might be a little bit more difficult because it's like one, you gotta find the ones that are dope. We gotta be real about it. Like that could rap really well.
Hmm.
But then
Yeah.
with MK1, this is like the most women in the fighting game that I've heard and seen. Maybe
Hmm.
aside Tekken, but that's because Tekken has a large roster already. But like Mortal Kombat, it's Katana, there's Tanya, Lee May.
Yeah.
And then if you're doing cameo characters, that's even deeper. Like, because Serena
Oh
count,
no, I ain't
yo,
doing no cameo
Jade.
characters.
Oh man, not even Jade. Sonya. Damn, they should have made Jade a
No,
cameo.
I'm
But
beefing with Jade.
word,
Yeah, I will put it. I swear, if Jade gets in that game, I'm not buying it.
what?
Because last time I played MK11, I got like 0-7. I was playing my main Nightwolf against a Jade, and then right after that match, I went up against another Jade and literally got dogged on. I'm like, I'm never playing this game again. Like, they're just everywhere.
Sounds like a personal no, but you know, sounds like
Sound
you.
like you.
It's it's
I
fun
don't
when
know. I play with Kung
it's
Lao. You feel me? So like, that's
Mm.
my main.
yo, let's go. That's who I'm repping in the cipher.
Oh, word,
That's my
nice.
boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then every
in the beta, I played with Johnny, of course. Johnny's, oh my
Oh, you
god,
played the
in this
beta?
game. Yeah, at
you play
least
the beta?
the recent one, yeah,
Oh, bro,
Oh yeah.
we were gonna get that, but we
yeah.
didn't.
The funny thing was like I got paid the same day the beta came out, and I pre-ordered it because like I was like, oh, I'm gonna pre-order it, and I just kept forgetting. I was like, yo, let me pre-order real quick, and then I got the beta code, so I was like, oh, let me play. So I was learning. I was learning, and like I already seen like the combat cast with Johnny, and I was like, wait, he has no projectiles, but he has his wave dash, he has his oldie combos. If he got that star power move,
Hmm.
he can cancel out of his. Oh my god! I was like, yo, that man is a close up. That man is a problem. And then with the cameos, it helps out with him not having projectiles, because then a cameo could throw a projectile and he could just pull up and it just go like me. It's crazy. It's just ridiculous. This man is
Yeah.
crazy. I just want to play. I want to try Kung Lao and Smoke though. I really want to try Smoke, especially after what he
Yeah,
did to Madame Bo. That shit was funny.
yeah, I really want to play Smoke when it comes out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that whole
This guy here, Camden, he's a Fujin guy. And then
I am.
when
Fujin.
Fujin
Yeah.
I fuck with
he's
Fujin.
a Fujin.
I like Fujin.
We have like a weird inside joke how like Fujin's like a kid at like in his mind and at
Oh
heart,
yeah.
and he's like super childish because of in MK11 the friendship with the kite and just like how he
Everything all his storyline or all his story mode dialogue is something I would probably hear a 6-year-old say, and it's kind of like a thing. Or what was the one thing he did? He kept like pushing against Raiden, and he's like, wake up!" Like, and then he started like saying it in like a higher pitched voice. It was like he
It
he
was
he doesn't seem
weird.
like he would be a god. He seems like he's just some dude,
Now the thing
but I
about
like him.
I actually made a song about Fujin like I think it's 2 years now. It's probably
Hmm.
yeah, I think it's 2 years now. It's like right. It was one of the first ones I did when I first got into the YouTube community. Um, Afro Legacy actually did the video for me. Shout out to him because he's really dope for doing that for me.
Mhm.
Because I was like, I know no one did a song for Fujin. I know he ain't getting no respect. And this was even like, this was like, was this out? Was this done after the DLC? I think it was like right after. But I was like,
Hmm.
I really wanted to make a song for him. Like I have a song for him. I did a Mortal Kombat song with my well, it's my uncle. Other people don't know it yet, but when they see it, surprise. Um, it says Quincy, but it's Q22. Like it's spelled like Q2. It's really weird. I can't remember it off top, but like no,
Mhm.
me and him made that fatality song. We made it like we made it like when I was in 20s, but like I wanted to
Oh.
bring it back out because it was a really dope song. It still hits today. So, and then I have other stuff coming up as well. Plus, I did or at least I did some Mortal Kombat songs for a project called Fighting for the Realms, which was like a otaku gang project, which is like my group. Which we could delve into that whenever y'all feel like it, if y'all want to, you know.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, Fujin, he pretty dope.
Yeah, I wish he was in the I know he's definitely not gonna be in this universe now, because
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
unless he's like Raiden's cousin that was picking rice or some shit. But like
Bro.
like but like I know I'm like, I'm at least happy we got him in 11. Like, cause I was like, all right, that's a good leave off, he's a good fighter, design was cool,
Yeah.
had his crossbow somewhere. It was cool. I fuck with it. I was happy.
Mhm.
Yeah, they always thinking that Fujin's a leave off until they drop RoboCop on us.
RoboCop. Bro, RoboCop sucks.
He was so bad.
I never even touched him. I don't even think I downloaded him. I was like, I get it, but like, what? Like,
He is so slow, dude. He it takes like an hour for him to get one from one side of the stage to the other. He's so bad.
this is fucking
The only
RoboCop.
thing the
Jesus.
only thing that's like somewhat good about him is he has a shield. So he
Yeah,
can like
and he can
actually
counter
block
with
stuff, but
it.
besides that he's cheap. Yeah, he's not it.
He
Yeah,
isn't.
I ain't never met anyone that was like, yeah, man, I can't wait to play with RoboCop. Like, what? Like, you in the same game that we finally got Spawn. You know how long, man? We like when I before I was even your age, and I know I sound old as hell. No, for real though.
Back in the
Like
good old days,
when
there was
Mortal Kombat
only.
1, 2, 3, we've been asking like, yo, y'all, please can we get Spawn? Can we get Spawn? Can we get someone that looks like Spawn? Can we get anybody else? Spawn was like when Spawn got out, like as of what was it like some people knew about the comics and shit, but like he had an animated movie and that came out like late 90s, and that shit was
Hmm.
gruesome. It was like dark still, which wasn't really like known back then aside from anime, but anime wasn't known crazy like that either. So when we all like seen it and looked at it, through a legal cable, or if you were lucky enough, like that shit was just crazy. So we was like, yo, what game would he be in? Fucking Mortal Kombat, and then the closest we got was Soul Calibur 2 for Xbox, which is still cool, but also confusing how Soul Calibur got him first. But whatever.
Mm.
Yeah. I like when characters get leaked, it ruins the fun heavily, especially because Spawn got leaked. So when he was revealed, it was kind of hype, but they saw it coming.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite parts about that pack right there is because Terminator never got leaked the entire time, and he was like a well hidden character. I think he's like one of the only DLC characters to not get somewhat leaked. Like there was nothing of Terminator, and then they saw him, and it was like, yo, oh my
Oh,
god, that's Terminator. And
oh
then they
my
started
god.
playing as him in his cheeks,
Yeah.
but it's fine.
No. Speaking of Terminator, though, dude, I was playing against my one cousin who was visiting from the army this weekend. I was versing his one friend from there in Mortal Kombat, and I did hidden cursor random. Got Terminator, and I absolutely dogged on him, bro. He was so cheeks. He was so cheeks.
It's crazy.
And then not even like 20 minutes later, because like he was good at some characters, like super good, like better than your Night Wolf combos, Rain.
And my Night Wolf combos go crazy.
I know he was like he did better than that, but and he actually played Scorpion and didn't spam, which is the
I never
craziest
heard
thing.
of that before.
I know.
I never heard of that before.
That's like the craziest thing in the world. But right after that,
So I'll give a round of applause.
Yeah. He's not here anymore, but yeah. But
Okay.
So later, like after a few more games, I was like, I asked him and my cousin, I'm like, you guys want to play some Smash Bros? Because it was like kind of evening out and whatnot. We were kind of slowing out of it, and they were like, sure. By golly jeez, dude, they suck. I 3-stocked them almost every game, even with random. I 3-stocked them with freaking Duck Hunt. I don't play Duck Hunt.
I'm so good at Duck Hunt.
I don't play them. And wait, I think like the first person I chose. Oh yeah, I got Inkling, and they couldn't get me to 100% on my. I was still 3-stocking them. They couldn't do 100%. It was sad.
Okay. Grayson, give us one more minute, and then we're gonna actually question you about music because I need to finish up. I need to wrap up this Mortal Kombat rant. When I rebranded from my literal name to Rain, I made sure to very, very much specify it was Rain from Mortal Kombat that inspired the name. And everyone was like, oh, yo, Rain must be a crazy Rain player. I suck as Rain. I'm a god-awful Rain player. I play Night Wolf. I'm so bad at Rain. I just like the fact he uses water, and water's cool. I'm so bad at Rain. I'm hoping when this new game comes out, I can learn how to play Rain so I don't get stuck playing Scorpion like a loser. I want to play Rain, and then just wait until these people find out I'm Kung Lao on my own cipher. Just they're never gonna see it coming.
No, the funny thing is, I know the feeling of that is at least doing a cipher and not being the character everyone expected me to be. Because I did I think it was my last cipher, if I got it right. It was the Bat Family cipher I made, and you know, it's Batman and all the people, and you know, I knew ahead of time. Oh, people expected me to be Nightwing because I'm usually Nightwing, and ever since the Gotham Knight cipher, I kind of solidified that. Nah, I want to be Signal, and then my people was like, "Yo, who the fuck is Signal?" I'm like, "Read We Are Robin, and listen to my verse, and you'll get it." So when I did my verse, I was like mad happy. I got my boy that Lord Zay, he did the Nightwing verse, and the thing about it is that him and me, like when we first met, we both was like, yo, we're big fans of Nightwing. But like I took up the mantle like in a nerdcore sense, but it's like between him and I, it's like, all right, I'm Nightwing over here in Prime, you're Nightwing in a different Earth. So like I'm like, there's gonna be a time we're either gonna do a song like that, or there's gonna be some type of cipher or something I'm gonna make where you're gonna take up Nightwing because I'm gonna want to do something different. And it just came to be this way for this one.
Okay.
Yeah, man. All right.
Well, let's start actually getting into the music
we're
part of the
now
podcast.
we're doing music.
Ooh.
Since after that Mortal Kombat rant, we had to get that over with, man.
Yeah,
But now that
That's the thing with the podcast. It can either go
Yeah, that
in one full direction or an entirely different other fucking route. Like
this
it's
is
not
not the
even
first time we've had a Mortal Kombat rant.
no, no, and actually no. Let's just hop straight into it. No more stories. None of that.
No
None of
more
that
story.
shit.
No music.
Music. We're
No,
here
we
for
don't.
Grayson.
We don't. Yeah, we're this guy.
This
I
Slash.
um first time I talked to you about doing the podcast, I believe it was you. I brought up a date, and you said you couldn't do it because you were touring or like performing or something.
Yeah.
So you do that. You're like
Yeah.
cool with it. Tell
Well,
tell
like
me what's that like?
what performing?
Yeah.
Oh, performing. Personally, performing is it could be going to do a show and you getting paid for it is amazing, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes in some situations happen, the performing action of it is good. The situation around it like sucks sometimes. Cause like
Mhm.
I'll well, I already made a TikTok about it, but like I guess around the time we was talking, I was supposed to go to North Carolina, right? So I went to North Carolina. I was with my boy, it's Wolf or G Wolf as you saw him.
Ooh, yeah,
And
I know.
yeah, so what happened was is that we got into a show at this convention called Queen City Anime Con. And Wolf was in direct contact with the owner of the convention, and he asked about me being a part, and she said yeah and everything, and she said yeah I'll get him a room, da da da, or y'all can share a room and whatever. So I live in PA, right? I
Mhm.
fly to North Carolina. Um, it wasn't Raleigh, Charlotte. When I land, I get a text from Wolf, and he tells me, "Yo, they don't got your room." So I just flew Spirit because when I found out about the show, it was like a weekend of. So I had to get the cheapest flight I could. I flew Spirit. I risked my life. Turbulence is crazy, traumatizing. I'm still shaking. I get the text. I'm like, what the fuck? Everything stopped shaking when I looked at my phone. But basically, we resolved it. But it was like little. It was stupid. It was stupid. But basically, like they were like this close to being like not doing what they said they were going to do. Wolf had to hold me down with the hotel, and then which got me more infuriated at the situation because I was like, Wolf shouldn't have had to pay for that. You told him he's gonna give me a room. We had the text. No, I had
Mhm.
it like
Yeah.
basically we had to hit her with it's you, and then all right, I'll fix it. Yeah, like why did we have to go this far of even telling you that? Like you don't remember what you said, like, but that luckily for me, it doesn't happen a lot. Sadly, I think it does happen a lot to artists in general, where you could book an artist or whatever to get them to perform, but you might not treat them the same way as you treat all artists. You try to nickel and
Mhm.
dime them, you try to scam them, all this other BS. That way, they save off as much money as they could, or don't want to pay nobody, or whatever. It's a lot of stuff with it. But performing in front of a crowd that likes what you like, or performing in front of a crowd and you dope. Like me personally, I'm naturally humble,
Mhm.
but I'm nice. So like when I was rapping in front of a crowd before a rave, so I know they're not there for rap, but I know how to perform. So I'm gonna get this crowd rocking. So the whole time of me performing, I was in the middle of the floor. I wasn't even on the stage. I was rapping next to people as they were in those crowds in the darkness, and I was rapping in front of them. Like, and they going with it, dancing with me, rocking with me, because they seeing the vibe that I'm going up to them, breaking the ice with them.
Mhm.
So like stuff like that was makes it worthwhile. I've had scenarios where I performed with in front of thousands of people. Like like I couldn't count how many people was in the I could say the room of the stage because it was like Magfest. Um, I got to have amazing moments. I got to release a lot of emotion, some good, some bad, some neutral, and a lot of good things came from it. I really proud of my performances and how I do.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that and then that whole situation didn't cause any trouble for anyone in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's the best thing I could say is like I'm lucky that Wolf was there to hold me down, and I'm happy I was there to make sure that he was held down because I basically made them pay him back for what he spent on that hotel that he had to get for me and him
Mm-hmm.
outside of the hotel. But basically, like sometimes like it's like because me it's like I don't want to be going. I don't like I'm cool with dealing with conflict if it's necessary. I don't want to deal with I don't want to go to a con and deal with that. I wanted to go to a con and have fun, see cosplayers, network,
Mm-hmm.
talk to people, have a good time, play some games, and relax. But
Yeah.
shit happens, and you have to be ready to deal with it in a very professional manner. You can't just go off the handle. Personally, especially being black, you can't really do that because, especially in convention spaces, because if I came off as the angry black guy, then I'm blackballed for some reason, no matter what the reasoning is of my aggravation. So I had to come at them in a professionally assertive way.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah. I was while you were doing that, I was listening to you, but I also had to check something on your channel because I remembered someone that we recently had on our podcast bring up the Bat Family Cipher, and I could not remember which one it was, but now looking at the roster, it was Cam 3. Um,
Ah, yeah,
but
yeah.
we were talking about ciphers, and he's like, "Man, I was on one recently. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's Grayson's Batwing cipher." And I was like, "Oh, hey, we actually got that guy on like next week." So,
Nah,
or no,
I know Cam for a very long time. Like,
Mm.
like thinking about it, like, damn, it's like 5+ years now.
Oh.
yeah, Cam overslept and came to the podcast a half
Yeah.
an hour late,
Yeah. No,
and
we had a substitute for half the podcast.
yeah, we had to bring back Red Rob, who was in our first episode.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's not like some shit I would do though. 'Cause I'm always the one sleep. Like if you ask anybody that see me at a con, I'm like notorious for falling asleep somewhere. Like I'm always tired. I work overnight, so everything I do outside of work, my sleep schedule be fucked up. But like
Mm.
it'd be funny ass places I get caught sleeping, and people just take pictures and they'll make me a meme, and we all laugh about it. I'd
Mm.
be like, fuck it,
Just
I need my sleep. Like, shit.
I'm
he's
like
just on stage performing. He just passes out.
That's the funny no, that's the funny thing. Like that's the only time I haven't fallen asleep is if I'm on the stage. But like
it's
I'd
bro,
rather not pass out in the middle of a performance. That's gonna be serious because then I'm gonna fall off a stage and hit my
bro.
head on
I'm just
something.
like
Nah, I'm
imagining
good.
you going jumping off the crowd surfer and you just fall asleep right on top of them.
They're
I
all
bet
like,
yo, that
Just
shit look crazy. There's no
you're
way. Nah.
crowd surfing and you fall asleep.
Oh my god.
They're all they're all
That's
holding you up.
possible. I'll fall asleep while it's cloud surfing. That's crazy. They'll like slip me back on the stage. I'll just turn over.
you just roll back off.
Yeah.
They're all
Yo,
carrying you, and you're like, man, this is mad comfy.
that's crazy.
The
Like
fucking
who needs a
blanket comes
space
out of nowhere.
for real? A little blanket with swords on it.
Slay.
A slash blanket.
Man, Kim
Oh
Steady's
shit.
that got me thinking about Kim Steady's crowd surf and Diggs ranting about how he jumped directly on him.
Oh shit, he did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Diggs was talking about how he had to like carry him, like he was like at his torso or something.
or yeah,
Uh,
he sent the picture, and he sent the or he told me to look at the picture of Cam Steady crowd surfing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at it, and he's like, you see me? And I'm like, no, and he's like, yeah, because I'm under him, and I'm like, oh.
Diggs and God.
He
So
was
fucking
just,
funny.
he was just fucking dead underneath there.
Nah, for real though, like they got Cam is fit, like not fat, because that shit would have been difficult. Like I met Cam at least. We was in the East Coast Gamer Con last year, and I saw him again at Mag the top of this year. So that's the last time I've seen him. But like
Okay.
really cool peoples, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
My
definitely.
my goal for next NPC is to be able to meet all, or not all, but a lot of the artists we have had on the podcast, plus the
Oh
stipendium,
yeah.
because I love the stipendium. That
Mm.
they are one of my favorite artists right now. But I really wanna meet a bunch of the people, because I'm gonna go up and they're gonna be like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Hey, remember like last year when I got you on that podcast? Yeah, that was me." No.
Remember your spitter.
I know Dripstick's gonna remember me. I comment on his videos and I'm like, "Yo, nice track," and he's like, "Spitting Bar Podcast, we up?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Oh, his episode actually like they racked up a lot of views just because of the name.
Dripstick's episode skyrocketed. It was named Dripstick Wendy's meal because he wants a meal at Wendy's
Yeah,
for
Oh shit.
but
$34.99.
Oh fuck.
yeah,
Why is it that
and
much?
you have to get
Yeah,
a cookie with it. If you say no, you don't get the meal, and if
yeah,
you choose the wrong cookie, it's another $10.
yeah,
What?
yeah, Drip. You got to get your cookies, man.
Nigga.
Oh my God,
Yo.
rent.
Okay. Let's hop it back into like kind of nerdcore
Music.
territory. Yeah, music stuff.
Word, word,
So,
word.
Grayson, what would you say was your inspiration to like start doing nerdcore music and rap?
Oh, that's easy. Mega Ran, Wu
Hmm.
Tang Clan, Lupe Fiasco, and
Yo, another one.
and the complete disdain of how I felt music or rap was at the time that I started rapping. Because I started rapping when I was like 22, so
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago. So rap was reflectively, rap was cool. It's just that like it was before Control happened with Kendrick Lamar. So it was really nice and it was cool and everyone's rapping about, the same shit. And I was like, all right, that's cool, but I want to start doing this. Like actually, if I really pinpoint the exact moment I wanted to start rapping in general and rap about the stuff I wanted to, I had a coworker, and he went by the name Shadow, right? Not a Sonic reference. He just called himself
Mm-hmm.
Shadow because he was that black.
Oh.
Um, yeah.
Oh.
That ass, not even playing with you. So he made like a song like about he was at this mansion, he had a whole video because his friend hooked him up. And it was a good song. He's cool, you know what I mean? He was cool peoples. But I was listening and I'm like, I can do that. And then as I was writing and already had beats, because like my cousin already made beats, and I was learning how to search for more beats. That's how I met up with Rozzy and Natsu Fuji and Gage and a bunch of other producers that I still work with today. I was around when Omar came up, Beaster, and when first came on the scene producing. Like Beaster was like fucking 12, 14 years old in the old community that me, Diggs, and Shara came from. But like for me, ran me hearing Black Materia album and then listening to Forever Famicom made me realize that people can rap about video games and other stuff and make dope songs from it, which kind of made me want to start doing it. And then Wu Tang like was always a big fave because they were using the Chinese movie aesthetics in their songs, um, as well as also featuring in video game tracks as well as Redman too. And then Lupe Fiasco always did nerdy references and he still does, where it was dope. So like for me, when I first started, I was like, I want to do it and I want to be different. I don't want to just rap about the same stereotypical shit that everyone else does. Even though that's what everyone wants to do, that's just not me. You know what I mean? I was like, that's what my phrase comes from, gamer not a gangster. Like if you ever see it or you see in my hashtag GNAG, that's my brand. That's me. Because I wanted from Front Street, no one to be confused of who I was. I'm a gamer, not a gangster. I'm not no street dude. I'm from the hood. You know what I mean? I lived in the hood. I probably still do, if depending on whose perception it is. But like honestly speaking, it's like of what I want to rap about, what I speak on, where my muse is from games, is from anime, is from nerdy shit.
Mm.
But yeah,
Hey,
Okay.
that's like one of the
That's.
first non-rustages we've had.
I was about to say
that's great.
you didn't choose
No,
message. That's
it's
crazy.
not. My bad. I was about to say that's crazy. It's not that crazy. It's like this. Rustage is a pioneer. Where he had his name big enough where the newer generation, like people y'all age that's gonna start rapping,
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna surprise me if anyone says Rustage DPS, because now y'all have people in front of you that y'all can go to and listen to about exactly what you want to listen to. Most of y'all will never have to deal with what I had to deal with, where even though I love rap to the pit of my soul. I love rap. It's just that there was a time when in my 20s or 22, 23, where I was kind of like, hey, unless this person, like, it was like right before Kendrick got big, right before Tyler the Creator. I heard about Tyler the Creator, Big Sean, Meat Mill. Before those guys came into rap, it was getting like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Oh, cool. Eminem dropped Relapse. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Yeah.
It's, it's
Like
cool.
Jay Z is one of my favorite, but like Jay Z wasn't dropping at the time he was retired, and then he came back, but then he took time to make his next album. So I was like, all right, I don't have Jay. I didn't listen to Nas like that, and I don't think he was dropping like that back then. So it was like I don't got nobody to like go to. So then I started searching, and I found Mega Ran, and I found Ras K listening to beats, Aces Galvin, or he went by Inside Aces and then went Aces Galvin, Natsu Fuji, and on YouTube, etc. Like that's when
Mm.
my expansion got better. I was listening to Nujabes a lot more, which ironically I was listening to Substantial, and now me and him are cool, which is crazy how that goes. You know what I mean? It's like I'm glad y'all don't have to deal with that. I'm glad like y'all could go online
Just
and be
search up
like,
anything
hey,
and oh yeah, that's there.
yeah,
Cool.
like for real, like you could look up, damn son, I want a fucking Zom 11, not Zom 11. I want a Zom 100 track. I want to see a YouTube video of it, and you'll find one. I'm dropping one this Friday or this Saturday. One
Well,
of them days.
shit.
Yeah,
I actually just watched episode 7 today.
yeah, that episode. Man, nah, the whole series is fun.
Oh, it is fucking amazing. And then
And it resonates with me because I
Mhm,
don't know if you guys work yet, but like
I do.
I work. You know what I mean? Like so, him going through that and seeing the manipulative shit that the bosses were doing, nah, that shit hit home. I was like, yo, I know some people
Kind of feel them.
that'll take a fucking zombie apocalypse over having to go to work because that shit is OD.
Yeah, I actually do work,
Man,
and yeah, I'm really tempted to honestly put in my 2 weeks notice, but I'm like,
Well,
mm,
I got stuff I want to get. I got cons.
nah, I
The
feel you. I
money
feel you.
first though.
The best thing you could do, if any advice I would give, is if you don't like your job, try to find another one. And once
Mhm.
you know you got that job, then put your 2 weeks notice in.
Well, no,
Don't
definitely.
don't ever quit unless you got it like that. Unless you got like a whole stack on you, but like don't quit and
Hmm.
you don't have no other plan and shit. Because then that shit could be a dry spell for like months,
Months. Yeah.
if not years. Depending on your
Mm,
luck. So
you know. And I've already been there for multiple months, so I have like the experience of a workplace where I could just change the locations. But since it's like such a small family owned business and it's like super close to me, it makes it like super easy for me to get there. But it's like Not really. I don't even think it's really worth it because
It's,
the bosses suck.
yeah, you're gonna come to realize a lot of jobs aren't really worth it.
Mm-mm.
You gotta like it's for the ends of the means.
Yeah.
You work, you get your stuff that you got to get, and you go and handle what you got to handle. That's
Mm-hmm.
why, like, that's another reason why I do music. Honestly, is that's what the song for Zom 100 is about. Is me wanting to be home and create music and be with my family and be with my girl, but sometimes I have to work, because the shit sucks. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I like in my job, I like my job. I like the people that I work with. It's just that, there's sometimes like when, you expect a certain professionalism, and because that's what you're expected of, and it doesn't come up that way sometimes. um you see, because most times, I promise you, you'll probably have a lead or a manager or assistant manager right next to you that's above you that really handles you, and they're great at their job, and then their boss is shitty,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah.
you got to see that, and you be like, oh man, and then that person leaves, and then the job sucks even
Yeah.
more than what it is, so it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel you. But yeah, wait, y'all, you brought up the. Did you just bring up the Batman cipher before, just as because Cam 3 mentioned it, or you had a question about it?
No, just because Camp 3 mentioned it.
Oh, word, okay, just making sure, because
Mm-hmm.
nah, Cam killed that shit. Well, all of everybody in the cipher killed it. I like the fact that he got the beat for someone that beat Tim Drake in a fucking rap anything is very impressive, because you could read the comics and get a lot of context, but like not a lot of people will be fucking with Tim Drake like that. Only like real Batman fans that know, they be like, yeah, man, he's cool, but I like
I like this
I
one
like
much better.
Nightwing, I like Red Hood, I like Black Catwoman, I like this person, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, he
Yeah.
did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was about to say, oh, you got a collective?
Yes.
I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, so I'd rather you say
Okay.
it.
All right. So my collective is known as Otaku Gang.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So, like Otaku Underworld, Otaku Gang. So originally the group and collective was made up by Richie Branson, who is one of the pioneers and starters of the whole YouTube community, basically. Because he used to do this thing called Otaku Tuesdays back in the day. Um, and then after like maybe a year or so ago, I met up with him online wise. Someone like said, "Yo, you should share your music," because I used one of his beats. He dropped a beat tape called Otaku Tools, so I used one of his beats and I made a song called Civil War, which is something I still perform to this day. And I showed him the video. 'Cause I did him home music video and everything. It was like crazy. Um, and he really rocked with it. And I asked him like, "Yo, maybe I could join the group," and da da da. And then he let me in a group. And then I was in a group for all this time. I think oh man, it's been a minute. So I was in a group, and then eventually, like, he kind of passed the reins to me,
Mm.
because as the group was going on, I got members added into it. Made a project here and there. Like, we made about 2 projects for Avengers. Like, we made 2 projects because of Avengers, Infinity War and Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
We did the Mortal Kombat project, but like we had it on our separate pages of whoever did songs. So because on streaming, um, what else? What? We did a Street Fighter project called Street Fighter Rivals, which is how I first met with Omega Sparks and Swats. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what else? And then we just dropped an album September 1st, like our album, like Otaku Gang.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, which has like I don't I lost count of how many songs it is. I think it's 15. I could be off. It could just be 13, but like,
Well, that's still pretty cool though.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm actually now in a collective myself because of this dude.
Hey, hey, hey!
I'm not
Shut up!
really
You
doing
haven't been
anything though.
revealed yet. You haven't been revealed yet. Shut up.
Oh, what the fuck? They said
We didn't announce you yet. We didn't announce you yet. We didn't
my
announce you
bad.
yet.
I'll cut that out. Tell me nothing, man.
No, it's funny because like as he's talking, you see Homer in his eyes like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Fuck you! Shut the fuck up, you bitch. The hell are you talking about?
Yeah, they were. Okay, so I had no clue you owned Otak that. I was talking about a different one, but
Oh, wait, yeah, I'm in her Joker
yeah,
collective.
that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I have two very, very close friends that were in that.
we're in it.
Were.
Okay.
I don't know how familiar you are with the past members, but I'm just gonna name drop them because I can. Um, Carefree.
Okay.
I worked with Carefree a lot, or well, not I don't want to say a lot, but I got him on a project, and since then we have been like very chill. But
Oh yeah, Carefree's my bands. He's actually on the Tucker Gang album as well.
Yeah,
Much to our surprise. Well, no, not even much. Because we did a track called Explanation, and then that was on the album, so he's on it. So he should know by now. But yeah, Carefree's my
yeah.
man. Because I known Carefree for a long time. He used to be called Freddie X. And the first time I met up with him is that me and him was on a track with Okamura for this project called Bible that Okamura did with this producer named Razi K, who's a pretty big producer. So I've known him for a long time. But who's the other member or former member?
I don't know if he was known as this at the time because since then he might have rebranded. But I think at the time he might have been J Music, but I know him as Pain.
I don't know if that's like a good face or like a
He's the one. In case you're wondering, he's the one that got canceled.
No, I know. Oh no, I know. That's why I'm like. That's why I'm like, because you said I was your man, so like, I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna be
Because I'm fully aware he got canceled. I think way more of his video or of his episode on the podcast was discussing that because I know him through a really good friend. As earlier we mentioned, Red Rob. They are, I don't want to say collective because they refuse to let me call it a collective, but they are in a group of people who happen to rap
and just help
and
each other out in almost everything
yeah,
and make
so
things together like ciphers.
yeah, Pain got Pain got canceled,
no,
but
yeah, he needed to. Like I think the last interaction him and I have had, we was snapping on each other online. Like I was very upset. I was very upset with him. I was very disappointed in him. And I feel like I can't. I can look over a lot of shit. I can't
Mhm.
look over that.
I don't
And
yeah,
remember what he did. Was he like
like
talking to someone underage? I think.
huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't
No,
remember too
like
well.
from the information, like from what I remember, he was told about like at first he didn't know, which
Mhm.
even then is
hmm
to me is like y'all need to stop trying to date people you don't even know like that because that could have
yeah,
been a
Mhm.
whole dude and if that ain't your
Whole
role like that
dude
then
about to pull the bed sheets over your head and skull
for real
fuck you.
you could have been fucking dating a tree if all that like someone just typing
hmm
and shit and it's a lot of shit with that but like when there was obvious evidence that he was told and notified on shorty age and he still continued to go with what he was going with and to
See,
me
I didn't know about
personally
that.
yeah it's like that was like public knowledge like that's why like the cancellation like finalized because it was like at first like I don't know who else it was but some people were like wait he didn't know, and then it's like, wait,
He did know.
He did find out. He found out and continued, and that's where it was like,
Mm.
all right, we can't really rock. Like we can't. And then what makes it worse sometimes, because you know me, it's like you could. There's nothing wrong with saying I'm wrong. It's my bad, da da da. But like he wasn't on that type of tip. And then he rebranded right after. It was like, okay, so
And yeah, he did
you
tell
were
us.
stupid.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
what he
like
told us was it was planned, but it was just super bad timing, he said, when we had him on the podcast, because he planned on changing, if I remember correctly, and then like the day after like cancellation was when it was scheduled to be made.
I just think it's
Yeah.
very convenient.
Yeah, no.
But you know, it is
Yeah.
what it is. But
No.
yeah,
Mhm.
Carefree's great. Like
Back to Carefree being awesome.
man, Carefree's the dude. You know what I mean?
I love Carefree.
Yeah. But yeah, I
Well,
am in Hajoka Court. I've been in a group since the inception of it. You know, we're making some dope shit. We're working with
mhm.
which is the next con I'm actually going to is J1 in Jersey. And this will be the second year Hajoka has been a part of that. Because I think some of our members in that will be performing as well as myself.
Yeah.
And we're also, you know, we've made projects. Um, you know, we drop songs. You know, members drop songs, but we also drop songs together. On our Bandcamp. You know, everywhere else. You know, so we are doing a lot. We have a lot more stuff coming as always. We're always busy.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Carefree. One of my favorite things
Okay,
about
can I ask a
Carefree is
question?
Yeah.
shut up.
Whose Discord
Sorry.
notifications are those?
Oh yeah, that's Grayson. I've just been ignoring them.
Oh,
Oh.
my bad.
No,
I didn't
I was
know
It's
like,
fine,
it
bro.
was off like that.
I was like,
They
it
aren't
just kept
loud.
on going real loud. I was like, who
Why are
Rain?
you saying real loud, bro? I could barely hear them.
Well, I could hear them because I might.
Camden over exaggerates. Ignore this guy.
Well, okay, my volume for Grayson is 200 and my output volume is 150 on
All
my
right. Well,
headphones.
it should be better now, right?
Well, I don't know. I can't hear anything.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah, I
no
I
big
can't
mean,
hear
deal. I
any.
was just like,
Okay.
who would that be? Okay.
Anyways, as I was carrying on about my thing after Camden rudely interrupted me,
Shut up.
um, Carefree, within like my first time of knowing this guy, because I got him on my mediocre melodies cipher. You know those weird things that nobody cares about from Five Nights at Freddy's. I got him on that, and um, it was a while. It was like when I say a while, I mean it was the day before the deadline. So I text him and I'm like, "Hey man, how's the verse coming? Have you started writing slash recording yet?" And he replies, this was the first time I texted him after I asked him to get on the cipher. And he replies with can't at McDonald's at work and then sends me a picture of the McDonald's that he works at. And I'm like, I appreciate that, Carefree. But I might need the verse. And then he came in clutch that night. He sent in the verse fully vocals mixed, everything's good. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm dealing with a good guy. This guy's awesome. Carefree. He's the man. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you, Grayson. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be straight up. I've not heard the greatest things about verses. The VHS verses, whatever we call them.
that's between them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in my because I'm gonna keep it brief with
Hmm.
verses.
Yeah.
If for whoever's watching, for what anyone else hears and they hear about from other people, um, it's I would say just leave it be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like most times, and I'm not discarding what Carefree might feel or whatever, or whoever else is speaking up on that. It's just that
Hmm.
most times it's like people like for instance, not a lot of people come to me about who versus is as a person. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't go to Dizzy about who versus is as a person. the people that are
Mhm.
talking about him are talking about him after the fact that there's a falling out, there's a disagreement, or some type of unfortunate event that would make motivation of the conversation happening. A lot of people don't really get to talk about the good that Versus does, the looking out that Versus does, and the amount of care that even against his own judgment sometimes of like, yo, I probably shouldn't even be doing this. He still would try to give a shit, about people in the past, present, and future. Um, and the one thing I will say is I'll always that's my man's. Um, you know what I mean? I seen him go through a lot more bullshit than anyone else in this community, I can say. Um, and depending on who you ask, people gonna say, "Oh, he deserves it or not." It's like, to me, it's like, no. I feel like if we go to case by case basis, it's like certain shit was or certain shit, like people like to blame him only when it's like, all right, but what did that other person do? How did they go about it? Was this okay? And on that regard, it's like, that's why I just say, like, if it like right now he's in a good space. He's really working for the people that's in the collective, and he's doing everything he can for us to prosper. And he
Mhm.
still gives a lot of care about the music. If you come to him with respect and integrity, then he'll come to you with the same way, and he'll be 100% of what he expects in whatever relationship it may be, whether it's being a colleague, whether it's being a friend, or more. So like,
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing I'll give. It's like he's really been 100% him in every situation I've seen go on.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
appreciate you talking about that. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. We don't really have opinions. We're just the guys that run the podcast.
Yeah.
exactly.
But
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I appreciate that because, like, and I find that really mature, and I appreciate that because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people, in the past, or maybe in the present, I don't know, in the present, no one tells me anymore. Obviously, because I made my stance of that's my man's. I'm
yeah,
not
Mm-hmm.
folding. I'm not the type of person for any of my friends or colleagues to switch up on them because of what someone else says. I'm gonna go find out
Mm-hmm.
myself and then go with my own decision because I'm a grown ass man. But with that being said, it's been a lot of times that I've seen a lot of situations happen or people act a certain way off the fact of what someone else told them. And
Mm-hmm.
they never had a conversation with that said person. And not only it ain't only happen with Versus, it happens with a lot of people. I don't know if it happens still, but in the past, that's the one thing in the YouTube community I've noticed is that sometimes you would hear something about somebody, and instead of having a conversation about it with them, they make a decision off of what someone else said. And
mhm,
it's like, okay, you're not even giving that person a chance. Like, so when we seen the situations of people getting canceled and they getting blown up, most times I don't see those get popped up on in a private conversation. That goes straight to Twitter. You know what I mean? As to where there's some stuff that happens in the background where, oh, this person doesn't like this person because, oh, the way he spoke to this person. Oh, now they have issues. But it's like, wait, are you upset over what you think he said or how they, and I'm not even talking about verses, I'm talking in general, like
mhm,
you have a personal problem with somebody because of how you read the text and you think it was rude, but then you didn't tell them that you felt offended. You just kept it to yourself, but you're telling other people you feel away. It's like little stuff like that that's happened. That's like it kind of made
Why?
it like, yeah, like you know what I mean? Because like for me, it's like I'm kind of like I'm here for music. I like rapping. I can be competitive currently the way I am. Like we're saying, Spitting Bars podcast. I'm openly saying and always will say I'm one of them dudes. Like, bar none. I don't care what anyone else says. I'm not being bullheaded. Every single day, like as you messaged me before, I'm writing music, typing music, thinking of hooks, listening to beats, making making sure my group and collective, both of them, whatever they need from me musically, I'm there for them. Practicing how to perform newer songs while I'm at work, to the point that my bosses know that I rap, and my bosses know that I freaking practice my songs while I work in a deep freezer. I work in a freezer. Like, I'm in a jumpsuit all night. I work overnight and I work in the freezer. So 30 degrees to -10, depending on where I'm at in the whole building. And everyone knows when they hear me talking to myself, I'm practicing my set. I'm practicing a song, or I'm practicing a verse I'm doing with someone else, stuff like that. You feel me? So it's like
Mhm.
I'm really diligent on the music. If there's something, someone has an issue with me, if they don't come to me about it, I don't really care, because outside of music, I got my 4 kids, I got my girlfriend slash wife, I got my house I gotta take care of, I got my job, and I'm trying to get as much sleep as possible. And music and everything, music, podcasts, songs, albums, features, trying to get placements into video games and other stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, I'm I'll say it for I say it for the podcast as it's not like a soft announcement for whoever hears it. I'm gonna set up a video game tournament in my city around October. Like, it's not solidified. I put a date down, but I gotta see, like, if it's available for that day. If it's not, then I have to do it for like the next week or so. But
Mhm.
I'm like doing a lot of stuff that I'm juggling with, and I've learned in my time, I don't have enough energy or bandwidth to deal with someone having an issue with me but not telling me,
Mhm.
or they had like issues with me for a while, never told me, and then it comes out of nowhere in a conversation. Like me, it's
Mhm.
like, nah. Especially if they don't rap it to me either. Because like, if someone felt some type of way towards me and they're a rapper, I wish they would diss me so we can just have that out. Cause me, I'm like, hey, yo, try me. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm talking about shit, but try me if you want to. Really try me, because I know everyone makes it. Not everyone, but like people make the joke. Oh, he's old. Oh, he's old. Stuff. Yeah, try me, and see what happens. See how fun that is for you, and see how long I'll take it. Cause I'll make every week about this situation until you submit, and it's whatever. And then I'll go along my day, go buy some Chinese and smile it off and not care about it, because that's the era I come from. I came up in rapping where like the old community was dissing each other every week. Someone was dissing somebody else, and the next day we'd be cool about it because it was just the competition. It wasn't no
Mhm.
real hatred or no, like, some people had like butted heads, but like for real, we was just trying to show who's better. Now in this scene, we try to make the best music every single week possible, individual artists. Sometimes a
Mhm.
conversation comes up where I'm the best Mortal Kombat rapper, I'm the best Street Fighter rapper. Hey, that's cool to say. No one's really on that level of competition. You're just saying it to say it. You're just trying to make the best music that you can, and that's it. And that's where I'm at with it. The Otaku Gang album, if anyone listens to it, it's been 3 years in the works because of COVID and everything else that kind of came into play. But like, that is the icebreaker for the group. As for me and what I'm dropping, I recently dropped Side Missions 3 August 1st, and I have something coming in October, which I'll make an announcement for. If anyone follows me on Twitter, I got an announcement this Friday about, but I'm just trying to make the best shit that I can make.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's so cool though. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys
Yeah.
heard it here. I'm dropping a diss track on Grayson next week. I
Oh
want to
my
see what he'll do
God.
about. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's
Grayson,
done.
Grayson,
He's
you
done.
gotta be careful. He about to cook you, bro.
Yeah, it's over. No, I'm kidding. Grayson, I'll give you a nickel and a backflip if you join my collective. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding.
Bro.
Yo,
That's
it's
that's my
crazy.
that's my signature. I always tell big artists, "Hey, bro, I'll give you a nickel and do a backflip if you join my collective."
Can you even do a
a
front
nickel,
flip, bro?
a,
I don't even know
a
if you
nickel
can.
don't even cost a nickel no more. A nickel is like a penny nowadays. This shit is
I know, but a backflip could be worth it all, man.
I don't know.
That backflip really
if you
secures the
backflip,
deal.
oh man, you did a backflip. Yeah, my
Okay,
5-year-old can do backflip.
but
No, I'm
Rain,
kidding.
will you
I
be
know.
willing
Yeah.
to up it to 2 backflips? Then
Absolutely not. No.
we're
No.
Instant session. Then that
No.
might be impressive. Like, might be like Zoro or the fucking. Well, like,
I'd do
bro.
2 backflips to get like Lil Uzi Vert in my collective, but like
he might
one,
have time for shit like that. I believe
like,
Uzi Vert. Oh, he like,
let's go,
whoa!
guys.
He gonna do the ad like, wow! Enjoy the
Wow.
collection.
Letting
Over 2
happy to confirm to you guys that Lil Uzi Vert is joining the Dollars.
That's
My very, very
crazy.
cool collective.
Bro, I feel
Oh, the
like
name is Dollars? That's fire. Is that from
Yeah.
what's the anime? You
Doro
wrote a R?
What?
Durara.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, it
Oh,
is. Because I looked up
yeah.
because when the idea started, everyone was like, "That's Straw Hats," and I'm like, "No,
That's some
no,
stupid
mm-mm.
stuff.
No.
It's too common. I want to do something where if you hear this name, you're like,
What?
that's fire, that's fire." Like if I heard
Yeah.
someone tell me they were in otaku, I would be scared for my life. I'd be like, this guy's odd. This guy's gotta be sweet. So then I hit them with the dollars, and they're like, "Yo, that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
no,
That's the
because
name."
you want to get people that don't know the anime and they go, "What the fuck is that?" And then other people are like, "Nah, like in the anime, the dollars is crazy. The whole way the dollars like manifested and became what it was. Yeah, everyone's in the gang. Everybody, like the scrolls and shit too. Like it was. Oh my god, I wish they continued that shit. I swear to God, bro. I knew there was more. I know there's more. Oh my god, I gotta check out the manga
Yeah,
still.
Not gonna lie,
and then it gives a
I never watched
what?
the Dollars. I don't know what that is.
No. All right, well, Durara,
Or Doro, whatever.
yeah, it's basically like a show of things happening in Shibuya, and they all are connected in some way, no matter how crazy it is. Like there's one chick with a fucking biker suit and a yellow helmet, but that she has no head, and she's a Doulahan. She's a headless horseman. But she's been with the family for like whatever years it was, and she's like with the doctor, but the doctor helps out this person. There's an info broker who has beef with this fucking bartender. You seen the clip where a bartender punches somebody in the air and his clothes flew off, and he landed because he hit him with a. He's like, oh well, you try to hit me to kill me, so whatever happens next is your fault. Bing! Knocked his ass. He was spinning, and all his clothes flew the fuck off, and the dude landed on his neck. And it's like that's just the first episode of the whole thing. But there's shit that happens afterwards, bro. It's like possessed blades and shit. It's very. I feel like it's one of the. I feel like it's an underrated anime. I really feel like that. I feel like it's not
Hmm.
talked about enough. I feel like where they ended it was cool, but they could have continued it, and it's like really dope.
Yeah. And then, especially with the name, the Dollars, it comes with
Yo,
so much stuff. Because it's like, oh, not only are these people got a name based off anime, they're making money, and it's like,
I
and
would
then
hope so.
it gave us one of our what it gave us. We have a lot of like dollar catchphrases, but my favorite ones to use is "big bucks like a dollar." I
Ah,
use it in a lot of bars. I use it the all the people in our server with over 1,000 subscribers have the big bucks rule. So you're a big bug now. You're a big buck, Christian. But but
word.
yeah, and then it's crazy because so many big names know of the collective and join the server. Like I don't know if you know a lot of these people, but are you familiar with Lime King? Lime King joined the server the other day. He won Stofu's Pokemon Cipher competition.
Oh, word. Nah, I heard of him. I heard his verse was funny. His verse cracked me
He
up.
joined.
He said
I
some
just
crazy
played.
ass verse about like like the girl having father issues or some shit. He said something. I gotta go back to it. That's his name,
He's
Lime
like,
King?
Yeah, call her Arvin because she's got daddy issues and she just made me a sandwich.
Oh, nah, yeah, that's the bar. I was like, yo, because I was like, you know what? I love those bars. I love the bars that like you have to play the game to know what the fuck he's talking about. Because I didn't understand
Yeah.
it. And someone explained it, and I was like, yo, that shit is nuts.
Yeah,
That shit
and
is
then
crazy.
it's cool being able to VC with bigger artists, especially like the other day, me, Camden, and a couple other artists here were playing Among Us, and then out of nowhere, Lychee joins,
Oh
and
shit.
Lychee's like a big name, and we're like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, yeah, Lychee, you
And,
want to play Among Us? And he's like, yeah, man, we'll play Among Us.
and oh
So
my fucking god, did he start annoying the hell
he
out of
he
me?
was so funny.
It was
He's such
funny,
a
but
chill
so
person.
annoying.
Oh
Because
wow.
literally,
Yeah,
for like half of the
he
game at
can,
the end, he would just keep on going, Gregory, we need to vent.
yeah.
Okay.
He can perfectly do the Freddy Fazbear voice. And once he found out that he could perfectly do it, it was nonstop for like
He
an
went on a
hour.
whole Mr.
Like,
Hippo archive monologue
yeah,
thing
he
with
gave
it.
like a Mr. Hippo. It was crazy.
It
Anyway,
everyone started doing it. It
we
was so annoying.
yeah. I think this might possibly super duper maybe be where we have to wrap it up
Okay.
because
Mm,
it is nearing
10 o'clock.
yeah,
late.
yeah, it is nearing
And
bedtime.
it is almost time for naps.
All right. So, do you have any last questions before
Mm,
you wrap up?
Hey,
no,
what do you got planned for the future, real quick?
Okay.
What's coming? What's coming that's big?
that you're willing to tell us.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll let y'all know. Because even though y'all drop it tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
you know how long it takes for YouTube to actually notify people. Fucking stupid ass YouTube. Um, I'm dropping my next album on my birthday, October 10th, called Gamers in the Loot 3.
Hey,
Your
yo,
birthday's October
what?
10th?
Yes.
Hey, you guys have
Grayson,
the same
let's
birthday.
go! Grayson, me
You
and
guys
you,
have the same birthday.
my birthday's October 10th.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, bro. That's crazy.
Damn. Birthday,
Hey,
bro.
we got three
Bro.
October guys in the
Yeah.
call. We
Yeah.
should like have. Let me
People
see if
gang.
we have a podcast on October 10th. We'll just get like the whole squad in here, party hats and everything. Happy
Oh
birthday.
shit! I'll try to pop in as long as it's not too late. I
Mhm.
know. Wait, I'll be off for my birthday. Of course. Love. That's the one thing I love about my job. My job gives me off for my birthday and they pay me.
Oh, that's lovely.
Is more rare than you think. But yo, word, no, that's fire. I like that. But yeah, I'm dropping Gamers in the Loot 3 October 10th. I'm going to be performing at J1 Con in November. Let me look at my calendar real quick. November 3rd to the 5th, which is the first weekend of November, up in the Showboat in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Which I will be performing songs from Gamers in the Loot 3. After that, I don't know. If anything else pops up, I'll have to like tweet it out or whatever. But so far, those are the two big things.
Well, that's pretty cool.
As for anyone else that want to listen to anything, like I said, Otaku Gang, we dropped
Yeah.
our album,
Mhm.
self-titled album that has like
Mm-hmm.
13 to 15 songs. It has Okumura, Ishida, production from Richie Branson, my boy J Rod, AO Lyrical. It's so many members that's a part of the project, and we have like some guests in it here and Carefree's on it. You know what I mean? John Fletcher's
Yeah.
on it. John Fletcher's
Mhm.
with Otaku Gang, but like John Fletcher's a part of it. We got a lot of dope shit on that, and
All right.
That's
when you
pretty
get a
cool.
We
moment, just
got
check it
it.
out.
We good.
Word.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you for hopping on this podcast. It's really appreciated, Grayson.
All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you
Camden,
for
you got
having
to
me.
do
Yeah.
the.
Yeah.
Camden, you did the intro. You got to do the outro.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Breathe in. Breathe out.
All right.
I just breathed out
You
twice.
got it.
I gotta restart, bro.
Oh man, you messed up.
Breathe
Grayson's throwing
in.
you off.
Breathe out. Well, thank you, Spitters, for hopping in on tonight for Spitting Bars podcast, and I hope you Spitters have a wonderful night. And of course, I'm accompanied by my co-host Rain and our special
Yo.
guest Grayson. And I just want to, Slash, and thank you for hopping on, Grayson. And you spitters get some good rest or something. I don't know. Whenever the time this
something like
loads,
that. Yeah.
something.